All right, so we are starting book 6. The beginning of the slides are going to be just me going over some things with you, and you will not find the beginning of this in the book. Please just pay attention for now. Have book 6 near you. We will be in book 6, but I have a little intro for you of things that are expected that you know. So the beginning of this, I have a little receipt, right? It says, this is my receipt from Tilly's. Can you determine the cost of the t-shirt? Because someone put a sticker over the price. So what you would do, right, is add up the jeans and the shoes, and then you would subtract those from the total, right? And that would give you the t-shirt cost. Okay, so here we have some symbols. And what we want you to notice is that you don't always need words to know what they are, right? So Starbucks, obviously, that has words, but something like the Apple symbol or something like the Nike symbol, we don't need words to represent. We don't need words to represent the symbol. We just know what they are, right? They stand for something, right? That Nike symbol stands for Nike. Okay, so now I'm going to kind of go into some things with you. So what is a symbol? A character used to represent an object. So that Nike sign, that is a symbol. Okay, now a variable. This is a new word for you. So that's a letter used to represent a number in math. Often we use X and Y if you have seen those earlier in the years for you. Says, how is a symbol and a variable related? So a symbol and a variable, they represent something, right? So X represents a number. The Nike sign represents the word Nike or the brand. Okay, so we will start with this little in and out thing that I created. Can you figure out this equation? So we have H plus F plus M. So if you look at this in and out menu, what you can do is you can look at the hamburger. Hamburger stands for H, and it's $1.85. So notice I put $1.85 right here. Okay, and then I have the F is fries, right? That's $1.25. So we would add up that. And then we have $1.35. That's the M or the medium drink, right? And if I add those up, I get a total. So notice how I can have an H or I can have $1.85. I can have an F or I can have $1.25. That F represents the French fry and so forth. So those are variables, H, F, and M, and they're standing for what you see right here. Okay, so that's what we're going to be doing in this unit. It says use variables to write up the customer's order and determine the cost. So this person wants a cheeseburger. So the cheeseburger is $2.15, so I put it right there. They want a fry, which is $1.25. It's right there. And they want a large soda. Large soda is $1.65, and then we add those up. Okay, so that's another way to do it. And then this is more what it's going to look like. So it says, can your group solve the following? So we're not in groups, right? But I'm going to go over them with you. So the C represents a cheeseburger. So they want 3 cheeseburgers, right? So you would do 3 times the $2.15, and you would get $6.45. Well, 5F, that means 5 fries. Well, you got to see how much a fry is. And a fry is $1.25. So you would do 5 times the $1.25, and your cost would be $6.25. Well, 6S, what does that mean? Well, they're saying they want 6 small sodas. That S is what that means. So you would do 6 times the amount, right? $1.05, and you get $6.30, and then you add them up, and that's how much they would pay. Well, now if you look at number 2, they want 8 hamburgers. So 8 at $1.85. They want 4 French fries. So that's $1.25 times 4. And then they want 6 extra large fries. That's what that X stands for. And you would do 6 times $1.95. Well, if you multiply them and then you add them, you're going to get $31.50. All right, so now we have a different way. Here's an order. Can you write the dialogue the customer may have used when placing its order? All right, so to H, means 2 hamburgers. C means a cheeseburger. 3F means 3 fries. 2X means 2 extra large sodas. And 2S means 2 small sodas. So just different ways to represent what a variable is. This is just an introduction for you. So here's new vocabulary that I wasn't sure if you guys knew or not. So I just added it. So a variable is a symbol for a number we're trying to find. And I gave you an example. X plus something makes 5, right? Well, you know what that is. What plus 3 makes 5, right? So substitution is putting that number in. So we're going to put a number in where you see a letter. So here's your example. Well, X plus 3 is 5. Well, you know that that X becomes a 2 to make it equal, right? So 2 plus 3 makes 5. Now, an equation, that's this whole unit, right? It's called equations. It says that 2 things are equal and it has an equal sign. So there's an easy one for you. 7 plus 7 is 14. Now, an expression, that's newer for probably most of you. Numbers and letters are grouped together to show the meaning of something. So something plus X or X plus 3 makes something, right? So this expression usually does not have an equal sign. Usually there's not an equal sign when you do an expression. Okay, so that's just a short little intro. Now here's what we're going to be learning today. It's going to be tape diagrams dealing with equations. So you need book 6. If you don't have book 6, if you did not pick it up yesterday, then you just need a piece of paper. All right, we're going to see how tape diagrams and equations show relationships and amounts. So you're just listening. So this is a tape diagram, and it helps us understand the relationship of quantities. So this is diagram A. It says it has 3 parts that add to 21. So something plus something plus something make 21. Well, most of you are like, well, what I would do is I would do 21 divided by something, right? 21 divided by 3 parts makes something. That's how I meant to say that. I'm sorry. And that's what most of you would do. And you know that that something would be 7. That's what we're going to be doing today. And then they have another example for you for B. So diagram B has 2 parts, right? It tells you, well, there's 21 as a total. And one of the parts is 3. And then you would need to figure out, well, what fills in the rest of it, right? So in that situation, it would be 18. So 18 plus 3 makes that 21. Okay, and we're going to practice this right now. So which diagram is which? So you're in your book, and the book that the school gave me, it does not have page numbers. So we're on section 1, and in the summary, or in the table of contents rather, it says it starts on page 6. You're going to need to find this. It says 1-1, which diagram is which? That's the part that we're doing right now. So it says, here are 2 diagrams. One represents 2 plus 5 is 7. The other represents 5 times 2 is 10. Which is which? Right? So you're looking at it. Well, this is separated into 5 groups, right? So this one would match that one, right? So, no, I'm sorry, I did that opposite. Let me erase that. Okay, restart here. All right, so what's happening is 2 plus 2, this 2 and this 2 and this 2, right? Well, there's 5 2s. Okay, so this one is actually 5 times 2 makes 10, right? Because they're broken up into 5 groups. Now, this one was the one that I was talking about. 2 plus 5 makes 7. So that would be that one. Okay, sorry, I didn't mean to be confusing there. I confused my own self. So now you're going to do number 1 with me. So you're going to draw a diagram that represents this equation. So this 4 and this 3 makes 7. So you're going to draw the red and the orange, or the red and the yellow. Okay, and then you're going to put 4 and 3, and then that makes 7. Now this one, it's 3 broken up into 4 groups, which makes it multiplication. Okay, so this would be this one. So you're going to draw what you see in the yellow boxes with 3s inside, and 4 3s make 12. So that you're going to make diagrams in your book, and you should be on the section which diagram is which. All right, next. Match equations and tape diagrams. You're on the same page, I believe, but you're just moving down. We're going to match equations and tape diagrams. That's the section that you should be doing. So it says, here are 2 tape diagrams. Match each equation for each diagram. Okay, so here's what you need to know when you're learning tape diagrams. How I process this is, whenever you see it broken up into that many groups, that's going to be multiplication or division. Whenever you see a number and a number, that's adding, right? So those ones that look like that, that's going to be adding or subtracting. And the ones that have it broken up into groups, that's going to be multiply or divide. Okay, so that kind of helps us. So for this first one, number 1 matches it. Number 1, number 4 matches it. Number 5 matches it. Number 7 matches it. And number 8 matches it. Okay, so you're going to write what I have in pink next to that diagram. And then let me switch colors. I don't want you confused. So for the next one, it's going to be all the ones left over, right? It's going to be all the ones that are dealing with multiply and divide. So number 2, number 3, number 6, and number 9. So 2, 3, 6, and 9 all relate to that one right there. So that's how you would match them up. Okay, and then we'll move to the last section here. Draw diagrams for equations. I think you turn the page. You're looking for the section that says draw diagrams for equations. So for each equation, you're going to draw a diagram and find the value. Okay, so for number 1, whenever we have adding, remember I told you that it would just be 2 of them, right? So 3 plus something makes 18. Okay, and you know the answer is 15. Right? So please draw the diagram, and then you're going to write 15. All right. Now this one, remember I told you that they're broken into groups. So there's 3 groups of y. Okay, so 3 times something makes 18. And you know that that's 6. So please write 6. You're going to draw the diagram, and then you're going to write the 6. So you're going to take pictures of your notes, and then you're going to turn them in, and then we will move on.